Yes, currently there is a China travel notice. This is a warning level 3. The CDC recommends that travelers avoid all unnecessary trips to China. Now, there are resources for the travel industry. And let me talk about those questions asked by many travelers and business travelers alike. Let's go here. Let's get some facts and questions here. Should I cancel my trip to China? Well, yes. The CDC recommends avoid all non-essential travel to China at this time. In addition, the U.S. State Department issued a level 4 travel advisory, asking people not to travel to China due to this outbreak. The travel recommendation and advisory are only for mainland China and do not apply to Hong Kong, Macau, or the island of Taiwan. You can stay up to date with the CDC's travel health notices related to this health crisis. If you do have a flight in and out of China, the airlines are helping you rebook your flights without fees. That is very important for you to know if you're saying to save money. Now, yes, so other countries that CDC, they have a destination page or travel health notice website that you can go to see what countries have been affected. At this time, American citizens, lawful permanent residents, family as specified in the presidential proclamation, who have been in China in the last 14 days will be allowed to enter the United States of America. Those travelers will be directed to one of 11 U.S. airports and will undergo health screening and will be asked questions about their travel in China. Those travelers with some level of restriction on their movement depending upon their health and travel history. For more information about travelers from China being screened when they enter the United States travel, you must go to the CDC website. What if I recently traveled to China and got sick? If you were in China and felt sick with fever, cough, or difficulty breathing within 14 days after you left, you should seek medical advice. Call ahead before you go to the doctor's office or emergency room. Tell them about your recent travel and your symptoms. Avoid contact with others. Do not travel while sick. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue or your sleeve, not your hands, when coughing or sneezing. Wash hands, often with soap and water, for at least 20 seconds to avoid spreading the virus to others. Wash your hands with soap and water immediately after coughing, sneezing, or blowing your nose. If soap and water are not readily available, you can use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Always wash your hands with soap and water if hands are visibly dirty. Well, now, after returning from China, when can employees go back to work? Excellent question. Anyone who enters the United States after being in China during the past 14 days will have some level of restrictions on their movements. Travelers from Hubei will be quarantined and not be able to leave the quarantine facility. Travelers from their parts of China who do not have any symptoms are being asked to monitor their health and practice social distancing for 14 days. That means remaining at public places where close contact with others may occur. Shopping centers, movie theaters, stadiums. Other places, schools and the classroom settings, and local public conveniences, bus, subway, taxi, ride share, for the duration of the potential incubation period, unless presence in such locations is approved by the state or the local health department. These restrictions are to be in effect for 14 days from the time the person was possibly exposed. Now, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back to talk about more. This is Desta Keith.